Alright guys, welcome back to my hardcore world. I've been doing a ton of work on stream. We built this kind of cool house over here, in this open field with literally nothing around it. And, well, I have to say it looks weird just being all alone in this field. Eventually, I want this kind of to be my home base. I want like kind of a whole little medieval cutesy village taking up like this entire biome and more. Um, but for now, we did that, and now I'm just realizing that if I want to continue building houses like these, I need way more materials. And I think today is just going to be a grind day. um, I want to get tons of shulker boxes, just basically full of like all the different materials I could need, and let's kill two birds with one stone. A lot of that is going to have to be wood, and I don't think this plains biome is going to be enough for the scale of kind of villagey thing I want. So, while we're gathering wood, we can basically like clear out all the trees in these surrounding biomes and totally transform the landscape, hopefully, and get a ridiculous amount of wood. So, first thing we need to do is go raid the end. Alright, so I just got back from the end, and we have quite a few empty shulker boxes now. So, hopefully now I can, go fill a bunch of these up with super useful materials that I'm going to be using a lot. So first thing I'm going to do is deforest like as much of this area as I can. One of these shulker boxes is going to be for birch, one of them is for oak, and we're just going to try to, basically destroy this forest for a good while. Whoa, I didn't even know there's a village there. In any case. So this is what it looks like now, and then I'll come back once I get rid of all these pesky trees. So we have little over half a shulker box of birch logs and a full shulker box of oak logs. And look at the damage. It's pretty insane. See, right here's where plains ends. All of this was forest. Yeah, so we got some serious deforestation done. We definitely added a lot of space to our potential, village thing. One thing I noticed was I didn't know how much more vibrant the forest grass was than the plains grass. So next, I'm just going to head over to the end and fill up a shulker box or two of endstone. So I just got back from the end. I have four shulker box completely full of endstone. And now I'm just going to heal up my tools. And I think next I'll go get some clay so that I can get some bricks smelting up. I am now ready to get some clay. Now, I think I'm going to head over to a swamp biome because there's tons of shallow water there. So, let's fly on over to, our medieval town area because there's a swamp right next to there that I'm pretty sure will have plenty of clay. At least enough for what we need. So now, let's just head right over here. There's the swamp biome. And I'm not totally sure the most efficient way to find clay, but this definitely seems like the best I can think of. Because this is all nice shallow water. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a water breathing potion so that I can just not have to worry about coming up for air. And since I have aqua affinity, shouldn't be a big deal. Shouldn't waste much time, digging it underwater. The only bad thing about mining underwater stuff is it's a pain to pick it all up. But alright, so I've done some work, and I have about 8 stacks of clay, and now I just need to break them down into clay pieces, and then I'm going to smelt them up in these furnaces and make them into brick blocks. So, I think that's about going to do it for the grinding I'm going to do in this episode. But the reason I wanted to show this is that I just used a lot of the wood that we gathered to make this thing over here, which is just a little horse stable. It's nothing too crazy, but this thing took about 20 minutes. Well, maybe a little bit more than that, but this thing took no time at all, and the only reason that it went so fast is that I was able to just use the materials that I already had gathered right over here. And so I think it's important to remember that doing big projects and stuff, as you can see, we used a massive chunk of the wood we gathered just for this little thing over there. So I think it's important to remember that sometimes it's important just to gather materials for the sake of gathering materials. I'm sure I will thank myself greatly the next time we need endstone, or, the next build I need that uses bricks. It's pretty important to, try to plan ahead a little bit and do things, if I've got nothing else going on. It's always a good time, putting on a podcast or something and grinding a couple of shulkers full of commonly used materials. So, I thought that was worth making a YouTube video about. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed and if you want to see more building related videos rather than, boring old grinding for materials type videos.